Hey guys, and welcome back to the Lid Show. So in this video I'm gonna do a lot of different stuff, and the first thing is, well, it's probably the second thing, doesn't matter. I need to put the DCT on for good with the conversion plate, and then I can measure the drive shaft, how long it needs to be, and then I can get that one made. And I need to install the drive-by-wire throttle body, so I need to test fit that. And I want to start on the bodywork itself, wide body the front fenders, and just prepare everything for painting, because I already have an appointment with the body shop to get it painted. So yet again, I got a tight deadline and we got a lot of shit to do, so I'm gonna get going and I'll pick you guys up when I got an update. It's the next day and I'm back in the shop, and you saw me take off the intake manifold because I need to weld on a weld plate for a drive-by-wire throttle body. So I need to weld that on, and I think I need to grind down the intake quite a lot because the intake itself has a throttle body of 4-inch, no, I don't know, and the drive-by-wire throttle body is a little bit smaller, so I need to adapt it, but that's all fine. I think I can do it. And I got some exciting news, because I was having a look at my front bumper. I wanted to repair it, but that's a lot of work to repair and I don't really feel like repairing it. So I just asked around with some other Nissan owners in the Netherlands, and somebody had a bumper laying around, and it's a Type X replica. It's not a real one, but I don't care. And it's a little bit broken. The splitter is in half, so I need to repair that. But we got a new bumper that is way nicer than mine. It fits better, so we're gonna use that. And while I was picking that up, I found some side skirts too, so I don't have to repair my side skirts. I can just use these, and that makes it way easier for me to do the body work. So I think I'm just gonna start with the intake. I'm just gonna clean it up so the anodization is off, and then I can weld this piece on, and it is a little bit smaller, but there's enough aluminium to weld on, and then I can just grind down the old flange so that it matches up with this one. So let's get to work, let's get some shit done, and let's start the next time lapse. It's the next day, it's early in the morning, and I tried to do the welding here, but I don't trust my welding equipment. I don't have the right filler rod, and I don't have convenient tools to do it. So I did it at CBS, and let me warn you, it's not pretty. So this is the contraption I've made. I just got some aluminium plates that fill the hole, and then I welded it on the old flange and the new flange, and the old flange welded like shit. I didn't like welding that. It just didn't want to flow. It just didn't work. But it's on there, and I just need to clean it up a little bit, and then we can work from there. I can mount it back to the engine. I can paint it, of course. Mount it on the engine. And then I need to do the trans so that the engine tilts backwards, and I can connect the intercooler piping to it. And to mount the trans, I need to pick up some new centering pins in the engine itself, because the first time I tried to put on the plate, I clocked it wrong, and then the pins didn't go in, so I thought the pins had to go out. Stupid thought, because it needs to be centered, it needs to be on the right place. I don't know what I was thinking, but I ordered 2 new pins from Toyota, and they should have arrived at CBS this night, so I can pick it up later. Then we can mount the trans. But first, let's clean up the intake and paint it so it's ready to go back on. And the intake is back in, and I painted it, and it doesn't look too bad. We got the drive-by-wire throttle body on there, and now I just need to figure out how I'm gonna connect the intercooler piping with the throttle body, because it came a little bit more forward than the other one. But I think it should be fine. But first I need to connect the trans to it so it tilts further backwards and it's on the right position to weld the intercooler piping. So let's get the car up in the air and put the DCT on for good. So I'm chilling on the ground and looking at something I really like seeing. My DCT fully mounted in the S13. And Job. So I still need to customize the trans mount because I think with a 6-cylinder in an S13 it's way too long, and I think that the bracket is made for a 4-cylinder. So I still need to customize that, and I need to mount back the diff because then we can measure the drive shaft length and I can have that made up, and then we can put that in, and that's almost every mechanical thing that we need to do is done. So I'm just gonna put back the diff and measure the shaft. I got carried away a little bit and I started customizing the exhaust because the DCT sits further back than the R154, so the bends that were in the exhaust were interfering with the cross member. So I needed to customize it, and I do need some extra material, and I want to put in 2 new bends here and a new straight here because it's just not really lining up. This lines up, but this is way too low, so I want to do it a little bit different, but I'm running out of time for today. And I also wanted to put the stop on there, but unfortunately that's the wrong one. I took the wrong one from CBS, so I need to change that for the good one. But the DCT is permanently in the S13, and that was the goal for this video, so I'm gonna end it here. Next video I'm gonna finish the exhaust, finish the intercooler piping for the drive-by-wire throttle body, and I'm gonna start on the bodywork. I'm gonna cut up the fenders. You'll see, just stay tuned, make sure to subscribe, drop a like if you're down there, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Prepare everything and I need to grind up. Makes it a little bit I'm gonna cut off the flange that is not Job.
Trans mount?
Yeah.
It's not a non-binary mount. It's transmission.
Yeah, transmission mount.
Gearbox mount.